Hello everybody, it's Sephiroth4 for the weekly update. It is currently a miserable day outside. It's raining and really overcast, which is why the video looks terrible, because there's barely any light in the room coming in for the camera to pick up. I have to put a desk lamp on over here. I would put the overhead light on, but that makes everything yellow and I don't like it. So yeah, you're going to see reflections of light and stuff and just things like that, and I'm sorry. But yeah, it's also about 55 degrees outside, which means it's about 55 degrees inside, because I like to keep my windows open to make my room cold, which means I can wear my sweater. Sephiroth does not approve of my sweater, but Sephiroth doesn't know that this is an extremely fuzzy sweater, because he's new to this house relative to the usage of the sweater. It's the one with this pattern on it. I really like it. It's big and fuzzy, and yeah, it zips up. It's nice. I like it. I guess I could do this too, for no particular reason. It's fun to play with sweaters. I don't know why. Maybe I'm a cat. See, now it's a collar. I look professional and dignified, right? I'm giving a thumbs up, but my hand is... sweater has sleeves that I retract my hands into. I don't know. But anyway. Gonna keep Sephiroth over here then. Speaking of Sephiroth, we'll get into the schedule for the week, but I got Advent Children complete on... you guys can actually see it complete on Blu-ray last week. It came in, and I finally watched it last night. And yeah, it's a lot better than the original. I have the original over there on DVD, and I got it when it first came out, by the way. But I didn't get a chance to get the DVD, but they recently re-released it, and it was really cheap, so I was happy. And if you don't know what the complete version is, first of all, on Blu-ray it looks amazing. But the complete version adds in a lot of scenes that they just left out of the original, which usually are like, okay, deleted scenes are like, eh. These scenes actually explain plot points. Like, I was rewatching, I was like, wow, Zack doesn't just appear at the end now, and things like that. It was also really nice to see, like, high quality versions of some of the cutscenes from Final Fantasy VII and Crisis Core. So yeah, it adds extended director's cut containing 26 minutes of explosive additional footage and over 1,000 revised scenes. It's, if you watched the original and you were like, eh, this, I highly recommend getting the complete version. Also, it comes with On the Way to a Smile episode, Denzel animated film. It's apparently about Denzel. I didn't watch that yet. Denzel's one of the little main characters. And reminiscence of Final Fantasy VII and the compilation and the story digest and stuff, which I had uploaded to my channel a while back, but I took it down because Square Enix doesn't like me. And just like a bunch of other stuff, so it's good stuff. One thing I don't like about the film, which is just a personal pet peeve now that I've played Crisis Core, is that Cloud spends a lot of time pining over Aeris, and this takes place 2 years later, and I feel like, you know, one of the themes of the story is Cloud is still trying to get over the whole, you know, episode from Final Fantasy VII, and, you know, trying to figure out who he is and things like that. And he and Aeris don't belong together. And kid me would punch me in the face for saying that, but Zack and Aeris are, like, the reason why Cloud really liked Aeris. I mean, she was a good person, you know, don't get me wrong. But the reason why Cloud was really drawn to Aeris was because he was being Zack. And Crisis Core shows you that. Cloud and Tifa really, like, they would mesh better, but Cloud is messed up, and the movie is like Tifa is still really trying to be there for him, and Cloud, I want to punch him because he just doesn't get that, and the movie just kind of keeps putting him like, Aerith is trying to tell him to let go, and he's finally he does kind of, but he doesn't, and it makes me upset. But yeah, this doesn't make sense if you don't know anything about the series. But yeah, so I ship Cloud and Tifa now, but I used to really ship Cloud and Aerith. But after looking over the story and realizing like what the characters actually were, Cloud and Aerith really isn't what the game was going for, despite what I said in my Let's Play of Final Fantasy VII, where there are elements that go together with that. I know it's weird. I'm sorry. But anyway, let's go back to the schedule. So this coming week, last week was Jewish New Year, Rosh Hashanah. It was very nice. My father leads the services at a synagogue near us, so I get to hear him sing. He has a fantastic voice. Not like me. He's much better. A lot better. So I've been going with him for the past, I don't know, 14 years. So yeah, it was really nice. 14 years, give or take a few that I was either sick for or whatever, but it was good. This coming week on Wednesday night, Thursday, I think, or Tuesday night to Wednesday. Monday, Tuesday, yeah, Tuesday night to Wednesday, is Yom Kippur, Day of Atonement. We talked about this last week. Once again, if I've done anything to you guys, please let me know. I'm not going to repeat the whole spiel because that would take forever, but suffice to say, it's just a time where you think about things that you might have done to people or things that people might have done to you, and, you try to forgive them. I can't really think of any particular grievances I have with people here, otherwise I would bring them up, but in private, of course. But yeah, it's always a good thing to try to forgive people. It's not easy, and sometimes you can't, depending on how bad it is, the thing that happened. But it's always something to think about, and it's nice to have a time of the year where you really focus on that, because there's some things that we really should be focusing on all the time, but that's the complaint. Well, why do we have Black History Month or things like that? Every month should be Black History Month, and yeah, it should be. But people don't work that way. People have to compartmentalize certain things, or if they don't set aside time to focus on something, it's just not going to happen. So we're not going to have Black History Year. But if you have Black History Month, then you have a time to celebrate it. And that's really, that's how it works. And whatever, I'm not going to get into what people think or don't think about that in particular. I'm just using that as an example. You need to set aside specific times to focus on stuff, in order to have it retain meaning, because if you just try to keep in mind all the time, then it kind of falls by the wayside, and that really, you can't argue that doesn't happen with almost everything that you've ever done. That's why people have special projects. Like me, I have special projects with Let's Playing and stuff, just to reinvigorate the spark, So that's just how people work. At least that's how I work. So yeah, this coming week, scheduling, I'm not going to be around on Yom Kippur, but I should have a Shovel Knight video on Much Games Guides. It's Wednesday. For Splatoon, I'm just going to be doing Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. And Wednesday is going to be Shovel Knight until Splatoon's done, and then I'll figure out from there. Next week is going to be starting Jewish holiday Sukkot, Tabernacles, or whatever it's called in English. I don't know. English translation of Jewish holidays is usually really weird. Aside from Passover, that actually makes sense, but the other ones aren't. But so I'm not going to be around like Monday and Tuesday of next week, and then the following Monday and Tuesday. And then I might have guests over in the meantime and stuff. So the scheduling for the rest of October is going to be weird. That's what I'm trying to say. But yeah. But Splatoon's continuing along. It looks like I'm probably going to do bonus videos on that with the amiibo levels. I don't remember if Callie and Marie get their own levels with their amiibo, because my Marie amiibo over there is actually broken. I got it and it didn't work. So I need to buy a new one if that's the case. I'm perfectly fine with just having it as a figure that doesn't work as an amiibo, but if there's going to be levels, like, amiibo levels that she unlocks, then I have to get a new one. So I'll find that out, but I do have the regular, Inkling and Squid Boy and Squid Girl stuff that have their own thing, so I'll be showing that off as part of the Let's Play in bonus videos. But yeah. Let's see. So yeah, that's pretty much it for scheduling. I'm keeping October light because because I want to make sure that I don't start anything with the radiation stuff going on. I think that I'm going to be getting the next round like halfway through November, because the scan is scheduled for like November 10th or something, so like the next week I'd be going in for the next round of radiation, assuming that it worked, or is working or whatever. But that's a little ways off already. But I don't want to start any new projects during the holidays here, so once October ends, I'll actually have time to put an effort towards my next Let's Play, which I already know what it is. I just delayed it a bit because I didn't want the holidays to start interrupting things, and Splatoon was a short game to record. Anyway, for the content part of the update. Okay, so we're going to be talking about Pokemon spoilers. So, give it a minute and a half. I'm going to just show off some stuff. I'm not going to talk in depth about it. So give it a minute and a half from this point. If you just mute the video, I'm going to wave my hands again when I'm done. How about that? Okay? Okay, I gave you time. Oh yeah. Don't look. Don't look. So Christy drew me a picture, and this was of the evolved form of the water starter and the evolved form of the grass starter. So I don't like Popplio. That's like the only new Pokemon I don't like, but I like Brionne because it showed that Popplio isn't a clown. It's more of a dancer or mermaid or whatever. But yeah, so she has Mr. Fluffy Bottoms, which is Popplio's alpaca, and Dartrix over here. But yeah, embrace the Brionne. So yeah, I like it. It's good, and it shows that it's not going to be a clown, and I'm really happy because I really thought it was going to be a clown. On the other side of that, I drew a picture last week as well, and this was of a continuation of my Pokemon and Phoenix Wright crossovers, and this was of Dartrix as Edgeworth, because the way Dartrix looks, he just looks like Prosecutor Edgeworth, Miles Edgeworth. So I drew this, and I think it's a very funny picture. And it goes along with the other picture that I drew a few weeks back when they announced him, and that is Detective Gumshoes. It's Detective Gumshoe and the Pokemon Gumshoes. So Detective Gumshoes. So they work very well together. Gumshoes and Prosecutor Dartworth. So yeah, I like that. Okay, but yeah, that's it. I'm done with the spoilers. I liked the other one also, but I don't really have an opinion on it. While I'm at it, also more stuff from Christy. Pokemon cards. Surprise! Yeah, first is like a Bulbasaur Ivysaur that the picture goes together, so that's kind of adorable. Also a League Florges, which, well, it's a Florges, unfortunately, but it's a League card, and that's pretty cool. It's all shiny and reverse hollowy, and of course an adorable little Totodile, because Totodile. So yeah. Also, I didn't get to show this off. My little brother gave it back to me. This is the Ninja Jibanyan guy keychain that I got from GameStop for getting Yokai Watch 2. Apparently, Yokai Watch 2 has the little taiko drum mascot in it also, which is cool. The little guy with the drum with the face. So yeah. Also, what I got this past week was Paper Mario Color Splash last Friday. You can watch my first impressions on it, and playing a bit more, I like it. I like it, guys. I'm so happy. They still... There's parts of it that I don't like. I think that the battles could be a bit more streamlined. They have a bit too many steps in selecting the attacks. But it's not a make or break for that. The only thing that bothers me is that the only way that you can tell how much damage you've done to enemies, because you don't see damage, which is annoying because your attacks don't have a set amount that they do. You have attacks that do more damage per hit and less damage. But you see the enemy's drain of paint, and that's their health bar. But you have a health bar, and they do damage to you, so why couldn't they make it... Why couldn't they do it with the other... I don't know. It bothers me because I like being able to gauge how much I've done to an enemy more than a subjective look at their character sprite or model or whatever, you know? But aside from that, the battles are nicer, and there's actually a reason to fight now. Very different change, a very small change from how the enemies were in Sticker Star. In Sticker Star, when you defeat an enemy, you can get coins, and sometimes in Sticker Star you get coins. That's it. When you defeat enemies in Color Splash, you get coins, which, like, I'm in, like 2 hours into the game, I have like 600 coins. Everything gives you coins in that game. But they also can give you cards, so you can replenish the stuff that you use. But the most important thing you get from defeating enemies is these little hammer icons. There's like little hammer things, which is the game's experience. There's actually a form of experience, and when you collect enough of these, you level up your paint capacity outside of battle. So it doesn't really... I mean, it helps you in battle too, because you can paint cards to make them stronger. But outside of battle, you're whacking everything with the paint hammer, and you rarely run out. But it makes things nicer when you just have an expanded capacity, and especially nicer in battle when that lets you do stronger attacks if you don't have cards that are already painted. So there's actually a reason to fight enemies. And that is the biggest complaint that I had with Sticker Star, aside from the god-awful boss battles where you had to have that one stinking card. I haven't gotten to bosses yet, so I don't know. They probably still have that, and it's going to drive me crazy. But the biggest complaint I had with Sticker Star was the fact that battles were absolutely 100% meaningless in that game. 100%. All the battles did was leech your stickers, which means you had to go buy more. And you bought more by getting the coins from battling the enemies. So it was just its own little stupid cycle that could be completely avoided by avoiding the enemy encounters. Now, however, when you fight enemies, it gives you something, experience in the form of these hammer things, and it lets you do more damage in battle and do more outside of battle by expanding your capacity for paint. And that is the one RPG element that we needed for this game back. I'm okay. It's annoying, but I'm okay with the fact that there's no damage. I'm okay with a lot of the other things that they left out from the main Mario series, although I still don't like the fact there are no partners, but they do have the little partner cards, which isn't really the same thing because you don't do anything outside of battle with them, but that's whatever. It's a different game now. But the fact that battles have meaning now makes this game light years better than Sticker Star ever was. And I am enjoying the game. the writing is fantastic, like really fantastic. The graphics are beautiful in my opinion. The music is still jazzy, which I don't exactly like, but it's not always jazzy like Sticker Star, which I'm happy with. And I'm trying not to compare it to Sticker Star in my mind as I'm playing, and I can do that. And I know I'm comparing it to Sticker Star now, but that's just because people are gonna be like, well, what's the difference? It's they learned, guys. And it's not a perfect game, and it's still, like I said with the battles, it takes a lot of button presses to actually get to your attack, and it's annoying, but they learned, and I'm happy. But yeah, so do I have anything else to talk about really? No, not currently. Next Sunday the new Skylanders game is coming out, and it looks like it's gonna be better than Superchargers was last year. This one is gonna have the Crash Bandicoot character and stuff like that. So that's gonna be cool. And yeah, so I hope you guys have a good week. Yeah, just stay awesome. Thank you very much for always for your support and everything. And also I've been playing Dragon Quest VII 3DS a lot. I'm at 60 hours on it now, and I think I'm getting near the end because I don't really have that many islands left. I have like 2 islands left to unlock. There's also a bunch of post game, but I get to I'm up to the point with the characters that I'm breaking the game in terms of like the job classes, so it's fun. But some of the bosses are really nasty. But yeah, I'm so happy with this game also. They could have messed it up big time, and I really wasn't into the DS Dragon Warrior games, 4, 5, and 6. I tried. This, I mean, aside from the nostalgia, because I did play it on the PlayStation, I still have it. I showed you guys, I think, a while back, but they did a very good job with this game, and I'm looking forward to finally playing 8 for real, and not just the demo disc that I have when that comes out. And I hope it's not going to happen, but I hope that they bring the 3DS Dragon Quest Monsters games that they remade in Japan over at some point, because those were good games too. And if they give it a similar treatment to this, then I will be perfectly happy playing those games and paying money, and if they make special editions and all that junk, buying that. Alright, we also got the Keldeo box. Did I already throw the cards over there? No. I ordered the Keldeo box, and it's in the mail, Dovey. For the month, this month's Pokemon distribution is Keldeo, so the Pokemon card, generations thing. But anyway, that's gonna do it. Thank you very much for watching, guys, as always. And once again, thank you very much for the support. You guys spoil me. And also, Pants on Head Week is coming up in a couple weeks, so get ready for that, because it's gonna be awesome this year. Goodbye, everybody. Bye-bye.